Hey guys. Okay, so what I'm going to run you through here is the internal stretch focus for the 90-90 position. So again, we use this base position for a lot of different things. We've gone over the lead leg before, we've gone over the flow, but let's just go over one way to stretch the internal stuff of that hip, which is going to be the other half of that hip that we need to move. So one thing you want to think of is when you're setting up, we want to adjust the intensity based on the stretch that you feel and of course your own mobility level. So I'm going to show you two different variations here. Those of you who are uber flexible and have the access, and for of course some of you who don't quite have that access. So first thing we want to go over here is just of course what leg we're talking about, which is what I call the trail leg. So this side is called the lead leg, right? Again, it's leading in front, very easy to get my belly button towards here, and what we got kicking behind us is the trail leg. So the first thing we want to do is we want to position the torso a little bit more towards that leg. Okay, so we just think about rotating over until you feel a little stickiness, and then you're just going to plant your hands down. So a good way to start is just to regress a little bit and make this a little bit easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands behind the body and you're going to lean a little bit away from that, okay, which can be a little bit tough for some people to be that upright. So we still want to think about keeping our spine nice and straight, but what I'm going to have you do is we're going to lean in the same direction as our heel, okay, so it's pointing this way. I'm going to start to lean my torso in that same direction. And because I've anchored this knee down and anchored this hip down, me moving in this direction starts to stretch through all this stuff around here. Okay, so this is the internal side of our 90-90 position. Now this is a good place to start. You can kind of sit back, feel that little stretch somewhere through all of this stuff right here. And for those of you who have a little bit more access and feel more comfortable in an upright position, you can pull yourself nice and tall. And the idea is I'm going to try to shift my entire body towards this trail leg here. I'm still going to reach that sticky point. Remember, I want you to think a deep breath in through the nose. Let the air go a little slower and just ease into that stretch. It's important to make sure that this is mild, maybe even moderate, but not excruciating. And of course, a good way to tie in some hip cars here to make sure that we stabilize before we get after what we're doing. So give this a little bit of a go. We got the lead leg, now you guys got the trail leg. Give it a go, and we'll make this 99 position a whole lot better.